bitches? Well, the bitches are back.
We're back.
Are stone cold sober, as a matter of fact. But, there's no Elton in here because this show is called Who's the Bitch? And if I ever called Elton John a bitch, you can find me in my grave.
Unless, what if you were just having a really fun time with Elton and you were like, you bitch.
You bitch.
That's kind of the dream.
It is the dream. I would do anything to be bitches with Elton.
I'm Kara Clank, one of your bitch hosts.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm bitches with Elton.
And welcome to another episode of Who's the Bitch, where people, our bitchlings, call in, email, leave a DM, somehow tell us a bitchuation, something that's going on in their life. High stakes, low stakes, middle stakes. We get it all over the map.
We love it. Juicy steaks, raw
weigh
steaks.
in.
Yeah, any kind of steak.
Yeah, and we love you guys so much. This is an amazing community of people.
And I love hearing from you guys. And I'm sorry to say that not any kind of steaks. Kara, you are a vegetarian. So I'm sorry that I brought that up.
How dare you?
So maybe if you can give us any kind of pea proteined steaks,
a tuna
that would
steak?
be great.
I mean, I'm a pescatarian. I guess I could eat a tuna steak.
I forgot we've got a pesky in the house. And man, I guess, Kara, I've just been having you on the brain recently.
What do you mean?
And it has nothing to do with you being a pescatarian or a vegetarian, although I know that you've been a vegetarian for a long time. And I see, wow, all of my co-hosts are vegetarian.
Yeah.
What happened to me? I just realized you and Natalie and MJ I got my three veggie heads around me. And
are they pesk? Do they eat fish or no?
Natalie is a pesky, and MJ not really.
No.
But I am all meats all the time. And how did I find myself with a bunch of brontosaurus?
2 steps forward and 2 steps back.
You're damn right. Give them a vegetable. But I get that didn't
Opposites attract.
Opposites attract.
Yeah. Paul Abdul and MC Scat Cat.
Am I the cat and you're Paul Abdul?
Oh, whatever.
In this situation, I feel like I'm the cat. Yeah, I think that I'm being the cat in this situation because, Kara, I was thinking about you the other day when I got out of the shower.
Okay.
And I did think, and now don't worry, this isn't scandal. You don't have to get HR in here.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble. Someone's wetting up and it's burst our bubble. Remember that Power Rangers song?
No.
We're in trouble.
Oh, my God. Okay.
From the Power Rangers movie. And maybe your kids need the Power Rangers movie back in their
maybe.
I don't know, first time?
Oscar's dying to love that pink Power Ranger, I'll tell you that much.
Get him in there. No, I was thinking about you when I was all wet getting out of the shower because I had recently been talking to Kara about how my dermatologist said if you want to better hydrate your skin, put your lotion on when you're wet because it locks the hydration
Fresh out of the shower.
Fresh out of the shower. Oh. The problem is that I have a lot of I don't know what the word is, that I have a lot of tactile sensations that don't feel good on my body.
Yeah.
And one of those is maintaining wetness. And I'm not talking about the hole downstairs. It's part of the reason why I don't really like water. I don't really like to be wet. I don't like to maintain the wetness. But you have to maintain the wetness to put on the lotion. So I get out of the shower real fast. And then I run over and I put the lotion on as fast as I can all over my body so that I can let it kind of set. And then I dry myself off. And I was telling this to Kara, and I could just see Kara's face. She'd be like, how can you do it?
I've done it before because I've also heard that.
Yes.
I've also been instructed to do that, and I've done it before, and I'm like, I hate it. I hate the process of sitting there waiting for sticky-ass lotion to
stick to you?
To just soak up into my skin.
Yeah.
And I know I should do it. I know I'll look younger and this and that or whatever. Keep my skin taut.
How young do I look?
Yeah.
How young am I?
I mean, it's just, I don't mind face for some reason. Face, I could put a lotion on right away or whatever, but even face, then I'm like, oh, I'm so sticky, I can't do. When I used to do this 5-layer skin face routine, and I hated it so much, just waiting for each layer to dry. And I was like, oh, and then I just stopped. But yeah, I hate that because I love drying off when I get out. I love being dry. I don't like being. I don't mind swimming and stuff, but then when I get out, I love drying off so much.
Dry.
I even love a really dry, almost hard towel. One of those that feels like it's exfoliating your skin, how dry you're getting.
Towel.
Just dry ass.
It is too bad too because I used to be queen of the baby powder. I was number one baby powder use because I hate to be dry so much.
To be wet.
Yes, I hate to be wet so much that after after would get out of shower, would put baby powder all over me. But now it's given the cancer. You're not supposed to use the baby powder anymore.
Yeah, allegedly. I was gonna say I was using baby powder for my chub rub, but yeah, you're right. But I will say, I don't know if this is the same, but what has been a happy medium for me is getting out of the shower, drying off, and using an oil, a body oil.
A slickener.
For some reason, I have this body oil that doesn't feel, it feels like it absorbs very quickly.
Oh.
So in the time that it takes me to like put it on, and then I'll just be like, undressed for a little bit, like picking out my outfit, it will dry.
It'll slicken hard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So I
don't know if it's going to be the same amount of a wet lotion application.
We're going to have to try it because I don't know if I should start thinking about you every time I get out of the shower when I go to run and put on lotion. And I'm like, am I going to be thinking about Kara every time I get out of the shower? Just being like, oh, when I put on lotion, I start thinking about Kara.
You come into my head all the time, but I would not say that it's about a specific time.
Really?
Or
it's
a time where I'm naked and dripping wet.
I needed to say this to you aloud on microphone.
This is the fanfic for the people that want us to hook up. Okay, this is for you guys. That we're just talking about the khaki fans. What are they? Is that what they're called? Jara people.
Yeah.
Well, that's also could be me and Jared.
Oh,
but
it could be. Yeah, it could be you and Jared, which is also cute. You guys should have. We should be calling you Jara.
Are you guys? You guys would just be Jackie.
Yeah, but I think I've used Jeff Key. I like Jeff Key. I've tried to make Jeff Key stick, but it didn't.
Or Carrot. We're Carrot also.
Carrot is good.
Sounds very
Carrot
sacred.
And Jeff Key, yeah. Don't invite them to your parties. Or do. I guess it depends on what you want us to get into. Yeah, so I just wanted to say it aloud just so that you never found out down the road that I've been thinking about you.
I mean, now that you said it out loud, it's literally going to be more like every time it happens.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, boy. I'm excited. I'm excited to be there.
Kara, lotion, Jackie, synonymous.
We're there.
In your brains.
But if anybody has like a lotion rec,
always
maybe
love it.
one that I'm using CeraVe and Cetaphil and the ones that are like really natural.
They say those are the good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I follow it. This is the problem. I get lost on the dermy TikToks, like Skin Talk. I get really lost and I never know. I'm like, are you just telling me this so that you can sell models? I get so scared of the, just PR in general. I'm like, I don't know who to trust. That's why I like specifically, do you have something that you're like, this is the up. Like, this is my everything, but everybody's skin is different.
And I don't like being wet. Also, I will add in that it's my hair. Like just getting my hair wet and having to restyle it.
Do you not remember me complaining about not having a working hair dryer to the point that our producer Adam told his wife about it and they got me a hair dryer for my birthday because I was losing my mind because I was like, I need to do the research because I hate it when my hair is wet and I need to like find a good dryer and I don't have time to do the research. So Sam and Adam did the research for me, got me an amazing hair dryer. And it was just like one of those things where I didn't even realize that I was complaining about it everywhere. But poor Adam has to listen to me talk
every
many
podcast
hours.
You're talking about the wet.
And I'm talking about the wet hair.
I can't go to bed with wet hair.
I can't do it.
And when I do, I don't sleep well.
No, I get very
keep
upset.
waking up like I really, and my hair
oh my God, Kara, it's so us.
So us. Listen, don't come near us with water. We are the Wicked Witch of the East, okay? Or is she West? No, she's East.
Yeah,
no,
honestly, I'd rather be Wicked
West.
Witch of the Feast.
Wait, she's West, right?
Yeah,
Alphaba or
Wicked Witch of the
Green?
Of the West. Yeah,
East is under the house. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Wait, East is under the house. East is Alphaba.
No. Oh, wait. Yes.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, everybody. Should I not have?
No, it's her sister. It's her sister that's under the house.
It is her sister under the house.
Yeah, it's going to be, spoiler if you're into the Wicked universe.
Now it's the real spoiler alert. Now it's the real spoiler.
By the way, I think Oscar's going to be Glinda for Halloween, just FYI.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Are you going to be Alphaba?
Maybe I should be.
You should
That would be cute. But I wonder if Rosie would be sad that I wouldn't match her. But she's being Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I'm not going to be Lilo.
No, have Jared be Moana. And oh no, that's Lilo.
That's
Sorry.
Lilo. Have Jared dress up as a Hawaiian teenager.
As a completely different.
As
yes.
a Hawaiian teenage girl.
Yeah. Don't
I'll
explain it to anybody. Say it's maybe because Jackie confused Lilo with
just in a crop top and jean shorts, which I'm pretty sure is what Lilo wears. Oh my God, this is classic. Okay. Anyway, as we sail into the sunset of the introduction to this podcast with the memory of my husband in a crop top, and you are working with my husband on a project right here at the Last Podcast Network.
You're damn right.
Keeping it all in the family. He's joining the LPN ship.
We just sucked him right in here, and I'm very excited about it.
He's going to be dungeon mastering a game called...
Please, they call it game chronicling, game mastering in this storyteller. He's a storyteller.
Okay.
Vampire, bloodbath. And yes, we are going to be playing. We've been talking about TTRPGs here on the network for a minute, and I can't believe I'm going to be working with both sides of you, Kara. How do you feel? Is there anything I need to watch out for now working with your husband?
Don't be afraid to call him out if he's being condescending or a little prick.
You know, I already have during the character creation, and I said, oh, was that a stupid idea? Because of, and he goes, no, that's just my voice. I think sometimes I sound condescending, but I really am not trying to be.
Yes,
and I was like,
he really has a problem with that sometimes. And he's very knowledgeable about, D&D and I'm sorry, tabletop.
How dare you, Kara? They're different. It's not D&D.
TTRPGs, please. How much I know about this is actually crazy considering I knew nothing until I met him. But anyway, it's going to be on the network. It's going to be a podcast as well as filmed.
It is going to be
a podcast.
No. So it's just going to be filmed over on our YouTube and down the line, who knows what will happen.
So anyway, it's going to be great. It's Jackie, Henry, and Ross Bryant playing. It's two Zabrowskis and a Bryant. Ross Bryant, a great improviser and role playing game player. So just stay tuned to Last Pod socials for when that premieres. We're not actually positive when or where. It'll be on YouTube. You can watch it. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited.
I am.
He's been working his little butt off on it.
I bet he has.
It'd be great. So just want to throw a promo out there for the old husband.
For the hubbo. And for the co-host-o. Thank you so much, O.
Here is a really quick update in our General Bitchery section of the pod, where we had a person write in a couple of episodes ago where they were upset because an old friend of theirs they thought had blocked them and they didn't understand why. There hadn't been an inciting incident. Right. And so they are writing us with an update. You got it. Hi again, Jackie and Kara. I almost threw up at work when I heard my story being read. LOL.
Sending you love.
Thank y'all for your advice and perspective. It was super valuable. I wanted to provide y'all with some clarification on why I thought I was blocked and an update.
Love this.
The reason I thought I was blocked was because of two instances in which I texted Jeremy's number. They were pretty spaced out in time by a few months. The first time the text bubbles had gone green and there was no delivered notification, but I just figured it was a weird signal fluke. Shit happens. Then it happened again, and I didn't think much on it at the time because I was so damn busy, wedding, babies, etc. So when I called and got the robot, the person you were trying to call is not accepting calls right now. I assumed I had been blocked. No way to determine any social media blocking since he never had any, and I deleted all mine for sanity purposes. The last time we spoke on the phone before the block, he was telling me about this girl he was really excited to take on a trip and start a serious relationship. So I was like, maybe there was something there that made him or her uncomfortable with our friendship, The last year and a half has been so chaotic and family focused that I never had time when I was in my hometown for any friends. So I wasn't really hitting anyone up and I wasn't hearing from our mutual friends either. And since I assumed he blocked me, I didn't want to cross any boundaries by asking people.
Get that.
But y'all gave me the courage to call from another number where I got the same robot voice. Then I finally womaned up and asked one of our mutual friends if he got a new number. It turns out he did get a new number.
Whoa.
And that recovering info from his previous SIM card was impossible because of some technology shit I don't understand. He is elated that I contacted him.
That's great.
And we are scheduling a call to catch up.
God, wow.
The real bitch is anxiety, and I need my Lexapro to work harder, but I am so thankful that my good friend and I are reconnected. Thank y'all for your advice and giving me the confidence to act in spite of my anxiety. Much love, Tony. Tony and Jeremy back together. Tech glitch.
Guys, I know that here we are always talking about how but communication, you got to get that communication. But sometimes it's just a miscommunication. That's all it was.
A little
And man, how insane that our brains can see something like that, because I get you, Tony. I'm not judging you for feeling this way, that we see it and you automatically think, oh God, it's all over. Oh God, this is happening. Oh God, X, Y, and Z. And our brains. And it's like, hey brain, I appreciate the anxiety, and you think that the anxiety is like you taking care of me. And while I really thank you for that, sometimes if you could just let the fuck up for a second, it would be really great.
That'd be so great.
Do we have to have fight or flight every second of every day about every single decision? And then we say, thank you, brain, because we know that you do that for a reason, but sometimes you do it a little too much. And Tony, I'm so proud of you for fighting against that. Yeah. You did it, bitch.
You fucking did it. Okay. Let's get into our solicited advice, our emails and texts for the week.
And you can send in your own. Go to who'sthebitch.com. Get in all your stories. We love to hear from you, and we love the deets too.
Yeah. Who'sthebitch.com has all the ways to, I said text. You can't text us, unfortunately. DM, email, voicemail.
Which is good, because honestly, I'm very bad at returning text messages. So this is for the best.
Yes. But not anymore with me. Ever since I told you I need you to respond to my text, you're
not
good.
With Kara, because again,
you're lubing up with lotion. You're texting me. It's happening. Listen, we appreciate everybody that writes to us and leaves us a voicemail. And we're sorry that some of them we can't get to, but we only have so much time in an episode. But let's get to our first one.
You got
Good morning. Love the podcast, and it is part of my weekly routine. Here's my dumb friend drama habituation.
Let's get into it.
So me, 27, she, her, and my friend Jenny, not her real name, 30, she, her, both love Halloween.
Okay.
We officially became friends about a year ago when one of our mutual best friends had thought, oh, these people are my best friends. Why aren't they friends? And a merge of the friend group happened.
Love it.
We had a lot in common. We love spooky things, love cats. We're baristas at the time. Our wires had just never crossed. Around the time the group merged, Jenny got engaged to her longtime boyfriend, Steven. These are not real names, by the way. 32, he, him. This was also a point of mutual interest, as I had gotten married in 2023 and could offer my knowledge of how to plan a wedding.
Love this.
Rewind before, quote unquote, the merge.
Okay.
I'm a 2 to 3 close friends, introverted type of gal. It's no drama, works for my lifestyle, and is low energy.
Got it.
The way we handled holiday, I wish I could do that. I have just like 100 friends, and I love that, but it's also a lot more energy. The way we handled holidays was swapping hosting between my place and one of my friends' places, as we both had the hosting space.
Okay.
This worked for us and was pretty natural. It usually worked out that I had Halloween and New Year's, and my friend had Thanksgiving/Christmas, as they were usually combined. Jenny loves Halloween, so much so that it's kind of her personality. The past few years, her Halloween party was, quote, her thing. She decorates for Halloween in August, that type of thing. She's also pretty alt/goth, so that Halloween persona follows her around year round.
Yeah, spooky bitches rise up.
Spooky bitches. Last year, because this was the first Halloween since the merge, I offered to joint host the Halloween party at my place, as my husband and I had recently moved into a house with a lot of space meant to host people, and Jenny lived at the top of a small duplex. Jenny was into this, but I didn't realize how unorganized she would be about it. She describes herself as type A, but if she's type A, then I'm type S+. She has a lot of ideas, but doesn't know how to edit them down, and gets upset when an idea isn't included.
Oh, no.
This party is a whole habituation in itself, honestly. We had bingo, games, a piñata, guess the candy in the jar, a costume contest, a scavenger hunt that never happened, trivia, crafts, and this party was only like 5 hours, if even.
Wow.
Anyways, the Halloween party happened. It was kind of stressful to host, but we ended up having a good time. This year, she is deep in planning her wedding.
Okay.
Her wedding is in November, so I offered to handle the Halloween party to take that stress away. This girl thought that when I offered to handle the party, she thought I meant handle the party for her and she could backseat plan it. Ha!
Oh.
She is really set on having a, quote, stock the bar Halloween party for the wedding. I had to Google what a stock the bar party was. It's supposed to be a party that's like a joint bachelorette for the couple to stock the couple's bar in their new place together.
Okay.
She wants to use a stock the bar to stock the bar at the wedding, which is fine, I guess. I know weddings are expensive and anything can help. However, Jenny can afford 2 different wedding dresses, individually customized tumblers for every single guest, and customized jackets for the groomsmen. I don't think it's really about getting drinks for the wedding, but to have her host the Halloween party and have it be about the wedding too. She wants the party to be at her job job, which is a coffee shop. Like I said, I'm an introvert. I like my holidays and get-togethers to be at someone's house while we craft, watch a movie, and yap. I absolutely do not want to have the Halloween party be at someone's job where I don't feel comfortable drinking because it's a work setting. That being said, I told her I'd host a Halloween party at my place and she can still do her Stock the Bar party. I'm aiming for November 1st because it's a Saturday. I can decorate and prep, and most of our group works 9 to 5s, and a dress-up party after work doesn't sound like the vibe. Jenny is having her party on actual Halloween.
Whoa, dueling.
I would be totally fine, but she has messaged our mutual friend who merged us and made it a big drama because she, quote, feels like a monster, end quote, for having her party. The mutual friend said there's no assholes here. She's not an asshole for having her Stock the Bar / Halloween party. I'm not an asshole for not wanting a Halloween party centered around someone else's wedding. Our friend also doesn't want a wedding Halloween party, but she also understands that there's only so much time before the wedding. Anyways, I probably missed out on some nuances that are making the situation stressful for me. I'm upset that she's making a big thing about us both having parties and going to our third friend who now feels like she's between us. Please help. Britt, which is a fake name.
Jenny's got to realize that the party A is not on the same night. You can B, have more than one Halloween party. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of fun. One person has one kind of party and another person has a more
different kind of party.
Like crafting and yapping party, like you said.
Two very different experiences.
Yeah.
One is a house party. One is a party set at somebody's work where you know that there's going to be more boundaries. And these are two very different situations. Now, if we're going to go back and discuss the being upset about the Stock the Bar party just in and of itself as a Halloween party, let's be real. I'd be annoyed by that too.
I don't like it.
I think a lot of people would be annoyed, especially I think that a lot of people, I would assume, would feel differently if this person truly couldn't afford it. And if that was a way for the community then to come together and help for the wedding, totally down. I think that's great. Do we have to do it on Halloween? No. I know there's not a lot of time and there's not a lot of weekends. And of course, and I'm saying this as a spooky person, that when people hit me up October 1st and like, hey, what are you doing Saturday or Sunday of such and such during October? I'm like, bitches, y'all had to hit me up months ago if you wanted to hang out with me on a weekend day during October. I'm a spooky bitch, so my time fills up early. So you got to get at me months ago. So I understand that this person is a spooky bitch, and so she wants the Halloween party, and then it's also a Stock the Bar party. But also, I think that it's understandable and acceptable for people in your life to be like, but that's the Halloween party?
No, and also, you don't have to bring anything to a Halloween party. Like, you can if it's like, oh, we're going to do a Halloween potluck and everybody bring a spooky appetizer. That's one thing. Being like, come to my Halloween party and bring me alcohol for my wedding, I think that is so tacky. I think if you're doing a bachelorette party or
then
shower
you do the Stock the Bar
where
party.
Someone's used to bringing a gift, then you invite your nearest and dearest and you go, hey, we're going to do Stock the Bar. But again, I think you only do that if it's out of your budget and you're making it sound like it's not really out of her budget based on a lot of the other things that she's spending money on. Like customized tumblers, like that's expensive for everybody at your wedding. Like regular tumblers, like I didn't have anything. I remember looking for favors for my wedding and being like, wow, when you give 180 people anything, even like a lollipop, like it ends up like a little tin of candy.
Expensive.
It all ends up being like a lot of freaking money. So like, sorry, I don't even know if we did one now that I'm thinking about it. I just think that
no, I didn't do a bridal shower. I didn't do any of that stuff. But I didn't want any of that stuff. And that's understandable, no matter whether you want it or whether you need it or wherever the place you're at when you're planning your wedding.
Because it's like a Halloween party. If I'm bringing a bottle of alcohol, it's for us to all drink at the party. It's like that's my offering to the party. So then I'm bringing another like handle of vodka for your wedding. I mean, that shit's expensive. And also like, I don't know. I just think that it's tacky. And I think that this girl, Jenny, is having a hard time. Like she shouldn't have gotten married so close to like her favorite holiday because it feels like it's added stress. And it's like just I don't know, like make your wedding Halloweeny or something then, I guess.
And I also, as someone that got married on November 4th, I remember specifically crying through the October right before because I didn't get to have any spooky season because I was so busy with the wedding
stuff.
So that's also part of it. If you're a spooky person and you're getting married during spooky season, there's just something like you don't get all of it. You don't get to throw the Halloween party. Oh my God. Can you imagine how pissed the writer-in would have been if, like, when she was told, oh, no, you're throwing a party for me, when she had offered to throw the Halloween party because it's right before her wedding, and then Jenny thought, oh, you'll throw my Halloween party. Yeah. That I would have, I would been, if I were you, Britt, I would have been like, but also,
Britt, it's like you must have some other friends that are not friends with Jenny. I know you said you're like a 2 to 3 person, like friend kind of gal, but like if you're having a Halloween party, I'm assuming you're only inviting a small group of people, and those might not all be people that are invited to the wedding. So like I would just say, hey, I just wanted to like keep it separate because some of the people that I'm inviting, I wouldn't want to feel obligated to bring alcohol for a wedding that they're never going to go to. Like that just seems weird. And also I would just like, I mean, if I were you, I would just like reach out to Jenny and be like, listen, I don't want to stress you out before your wedding. I just wanted to have a little like low key small party at my place that like is more crafty and this and that. It's not so much getting wasted in Monster Mash. You do yours, I'll do mine. I'll be at yours. I'm excited. Let's not have any bad blood. Let's not have a rocky, spooky season and then going into wedding season. Like I want you to be not stressed, but I think you should just go to Jenny on that. But I do think that she's trying to make this too much about her. And it's like, I don't like that. And I don't like a stock the bar party where it feels like you're kind of tricking people. And it's like, she said she feels like a monster for having her party. Why? Why does she feel like a monster? Is it because she's
somewhere she knows
asking people to provide alcohol for an event that she's throwing? Like, or is it because like, if you can't afford alcohol at your wedding, don't have alcohol at your wedding.
That's it.
That's it. If you can't afford something that you want for your wedding,
you don't do it.
Asking people to kind of like, apart from like maybe family or your bridal party, if you're like, hey, if you guys wanted like to pitch in for, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do to ask people to pitch in for certain elements that you were really hoping for your wedding, but aren't within your budget. But I think asking a bunch of people at a Halloween party to contribute, it's a separate thing. And I agree with you for kind of wanting to keep them separate. And I don't.
But try to smooth it over.
Smooth it over like in the sense of the dueling Halloweens.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Like we can all love Halloween. It's great when Halloween's on a Friday because that definitely means you can celebrate Friday and Saturday. It's a beautiful gift.
And I think it's okay also to be like, this is my good friend. We both love Halloween and spooky shit, and we are different party throwers.
Yes.
She wants a million ideas. I want it simple.
And you separate yourself from
fine.
that.
You guys can still be friends, you know? Like, you should joke about it and be like, well, you know, at mine, I can't have 20 stations at my party like at yours. Or, you know, make it a joke. Like, it's funny. You guys are different people. It's okay. Like, you know, but let us know what happens with this. If it's tense at the old Stock the Bar party, because it's coming up in a couple weeks. All right, let's get to our next call. This was one I tried to do like last week or something. And we couldn't finish it. So,
okay, let's get into
we couldn't
it.
fit it in. So I want to.
Thank you for calling. Who's the bitch? Tell us in the voicemail who's the bitch. Beep.
Hello, ladies. My name is Ivy, and this is not important, but it's sure pissing me off, okay? So when I was little, my dad made it very clear that he did not want to be in group chats. He would say, I don't really want to read your guys' messages. I don't want to know what you're talking about if it doesn't pertain to me, or if I don't want the messages to wake me up at the wrong hour of night. All this stuff about hating group chats. Okay? Great. We never used group chats as a group, as a family when we were younger. All of a sudden, 2025, I've been stuck in this family group chat for months. It started as a family group chat, and it was a couple normal conversations, but there were like 5 to 10 numbers that I didn't even have saved. I don't know who they were. It wasn't immediate family. And so I'm assuming it's my stepmom's family. That's cool. I'm not really close with them. So I would mute the group chat. I didn't need to be in it. I didn't need to read any of it, okay? Suddenly it becomes my dad's personal meme page, okay? He is only sending us dad jokes. Oh, stuff he's stolen off the internet, bad puns, memes, whatever, and that is all he is sending. Nobody else responds at this point, and I have muted the conversation multiple times because I know I don't want to read it. But, iMessages, the little number still pops up, and I think I have an important message. I go to check, and it's just bad memes, so I clear the message from my feed. This has been going on for months, and then I get fed up, so I leave the group, okay? Next thing I know, 2 mornings later, I'm in another group. That's, family group chat has slightly less numbers. Some of them I still don't know, and it's just my father sending memes. Great. I leave the chat again. Okay. A couple days goes by and I'm in another one that's just labeled dad jokes. Again, it's less people. It goes on for a few weeks. I've got messages muted, but I'm sick of clearing the notifications. So I leave again. And this goes on. I probably left this group chat a good 7 times. Okay. But today, after I left the group chat again, yesterday, I pick up my phone and there it is, dad jokes, and there's one message that says, not even directed to me, it says, quit leaving the group chat. It's a pain in the ass for me to add you back. Hey, then quit fucking putting me in the group chat. I'm going to lose it. I immediately call him. I said, take me out of the group chat. And he's like, no, it's the family group chat, and if your stepmom has anything important to say, she'll say it here. And I immediately go, hey, she's never fucking done that. And if she has something to say, she can call me. I know she doesn't have phone call anxiety. She can call me if there's an issue. And he's like, yeah, I guess that's true. But I'm not going to take you out of the group chat. It's just where I send dad jokes. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I don't really want to see it, though. But I'm gonna keep sending them because I like sending my dad jokes. This goes on for 3 minutes. And then he changes the conversation and hangs up. And next thing I know, I'm back in the damn group chat, and he's sending photos of me. Bad photos. It was one, but still, it's a bad photo. And then immediately 3 or 4 memes. Brother, get me out of this group chat. Every time I leave, I get put back in it. I've told him, take me out of it. I even brought up on the phone, I said, okay, but what about all the times you would, bitch at us for putting you in a group chat, and you get all mad, and you'd throw a fit, and then you'd leave the group chat? Why can't I leave the group chat? I'm gonna lose my marbles. He's a bitch for not listening and keep putting me back in. I know that for a fact. But am I a bitch for calling him and being like, quit it? Am I overreacting? I just really don't want to have to open my phone thinking I have a text or an important message, because the only people texting me is work, my mom, a friend or two. I don't want to think I'm getting a message from them, and then it turns out it's just a bad pun. And, it's so not important, but it's really irritating me. Any advice is appreciated. No, I cannot block him, though I'd love to. Thanks. Love you both. Goodbye.
All I can think of, I love this so much. All I can think of was Ivy is waiting for Godot. I just imagine Ivy is sitting there waiting for Godad to come in, just somebody to give them some kind of release. Will anyone release Ivy from the group chats?
It's just your dad is cyberbullying you.
This is
And then
crazy.
when you specifically ask him to stop, he sends a bad picture of you. It's Dad,
what are you doing? And I know that you're not saying this in a place of I'm going to never speak to my father ever again. I know that this is more of a lower stakes one, because it is things like memes. It's not he's not blasting you with negative things or anything like that, because that would be a whole other story completely. This is such an annoying dad thing, I feel like.
It's it's annoying. It's so annoying when your dad doesn't listen to something that you're telling him annoys you, and they just gas it up. They just they just double down. You're stop it. It's they do that because it's they love to watch you be annoyed. I mean, I get why he wants you guys all on a thing, and it's hilarious to me that he's I hate these, and then he's hold on.
Well, I got
and then he's
I
got bit by the acting bug, and this is where I get to be a comedian. That's so funny to me that he's finding these dumb dad jokes. I mean, I have a bunch of group chats that I'm on where I mute them.
Baby,
so you should be able to mute it.
But she even said she keeps muting them, and then she finds herself in another group chat. They just keep adding her into
that's when
other
she
group chats.
leaves. But if you just mute it so that you don't actually get the notification, can't you do that? When I mute my groups,
my shit's muted.
But when something's muted, it doesn't come up as a little. I mean, I don't know if you have an iPhone or not. If you have an iPhone, I don't get the little badge that's a 1. right? I don't, or that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever the number.
Okay.
I don't think I get that. But when I open up my messages, there'll be a blue dot there showing me that I have unread messages from the chat. So that way, once in a while, you can, when you're feeling bored, you can go through and laugh at your dad being an idiot, see if there's any family news, like anybody's pregnant or whatever, and then you can live your life. I mean, I get it, because like it's kind of like I don't treat my phone like that anymore. Like, oh my God, if there's but like I used to have a work BlackBerry, and if that ever went off, like I knew it was my boss or it was like something, and so it gave me anxiety. So I get the idea of thinking like, oh, this could be important, and then it's not, because. But I don't know if there's a way that you can like retrain yourself to be like, it could also just be garbage.
But also there's a beautiful setting on your phone that you can set it to only certain people can contact you during certain hours as well. And so it's like you can set it, like I was doing that when I was going through a lot of family issues, that I would set it up like while I was sleeping, that literally only my mom and my sister could call me while I was sleeping and it would go through. So there are different like focus functions
settings,
if you have an iOS. I can't speak for Android phones, but that you can set it up so that it's like if it's a specific amount of time that you're working, because like, you know, that was the beauty of back in the day when I think some people out there maybe still have work phones and regular phones.
Yeah, I used to have 2 phones.
But I don't, and I never have, and it's only been the one. So I completely understand, Ivy, the messages. I can't handle the messages. And that's why all of my group chats are muted.
All mine are muted.
Like,
especially if people are just going through and having a conversation that really doesn't have anything to do with you. I love group chats. Like, I don't actually want to leave. But I think the issue is that you want to leave. And it's annoying that your dad's not like respecting your boundary on this.
Yeah, let's break this down. I mean, this is your boundaries are being disrespected now in a lower stakes way.
It's very low stakes. And I think your dad's just like, oh, come on, it's our family. I don't want you to not be in it. So like, I guess I could say like you're overreacting a little bit, but like if you
after how much time?
Yeah,
like,
and you sound like you're like me, where if you look at my phone right now, I mean, there are only a few badges on. Like I have to read everything. Like I have to read every text.
I am the opposite. I have thousands of unread messages.
That gives me
thousands of unread texts.
That gives me actually to see somebody's phone like that stresses me out.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
I can understand why you're like, oh, like now I have to clear this message. Like if you're like me, you know, you don't want to like you want to clear that message so it's not like I get it, but I'm wondering if there's like a way that you can like like remove the badges for your muted call. I think you can do that. Ugh, I don't know. I hate to say, I don't know if I think your dad is being kind of a silly bitch. You're being a little bit of an uptight bitch, but really you're just a family.
I ain't just family. At the end of the day, I feel like, is it
and
not
it's driving
family?
You crazy. You're like, I want to lose my marbles.
Yeah, when you want to, it's like when you don't want to hurt someone in a situation, but you would love to go up to your dad and just kind of give him a shake. And you're like, could you just listen to me for a
question? Would it be fun if you started roasting your dad? Like my family gets no bigger pleasure than roasting my parents. So like if we were all in a group chat together and my dad was sending dad jokes, I mean, I would just be roasting his ass. So maybe it's like if you, and then maybe your dad won't add you next time you leave because he's like, well,
you're roasting him.
Blowing up my spot, roasting me. Like maybe you like respond with your own memes that are like, okay, dad, or whatever.
Meme
like
him back.
I'm not, like meme him back. Like maybe fight fire with fire. I don't know. Please let us know what happens because I'm kind of obsessed with this. I love the way that you told this story too.
Loved it.
You're so exasperated.
Because I would be too.
Yeah. And it's perfectly fine to not think that dad jokes and puns are the height of comedy.
And
you know
especially
what I mean?
what you need when you're just trying. It's like, I'm looking at my phone for work. I don't need this.
Yeah.
But I'm sending you love. You've got this. You've got the patience.
You got the touch. Yeah. I know you can do it. All right, let's get our next email. Jackie, will you read this?
Love it.
You got
Dear ladies, I'm writing in to avoid becoming the bitch in the future, okay? Here's the situation. My husband and I are in our mid-40s, married for 20 years next year, mazel.
Damn.
And have fallen into a pattern of hosting a family Thanksgiving every year, okay? This is partly because my husband loves to cook and is great at it. Insanely loves Thanksgiving. He starts the the food prep on the weekend before. I am not kidding. And we have a second home on a lake with extra bedrooms to host family, which usually ends up being his family, my in-laws. The problem is that as someone in recovery from disordered eating, I dread Thanksgiving every year. I've never been a big fan of the traditional foods associated with it, which my husband and all invited family love, and the long weekend just always ends up being a lot of stress for me due to a combination of the work of hosting family while helping my husband prep a huge meal and then having to sit down to the actual meal itself. While my food triggers have gotten a lot better, Thanksgiving is always tough in particular because there's so much emphasis placed on overeating and stuffing oneself. It's the one holiday that is essentially only about food and then leftovers. On top of all of this, my grandmother passed at age 92 on Thanksgiving weekend in 2020. I'm so sorry. Due to COVID restrictions, I was not able to go to her to say goodbye. So I have a ton of negative associations with this holiday. Because my husband loves the holiday so much and looks forward to it every year, I don't think it's fair for me to ask him to not celebrate it. He knows I'm not a fan of the holiday and always tries to convince me that I can find a way to learn to like it. In all honesty, I'm not sure that I've effectively communicated to him what my reasons are for disliking the holiday. I'm hoping you can come up with some ideas for a compromise of sorts that I might present to him. I'm tired of dreading this time of year and feeling like I'm suffering through what could instead be an enjoyable long weekend. Lots of love to you both. Oh my God, I'm sending you so much love.
Yeah.
I'm sending you so much love as someone that is also recovered from an eating disorder. I completely understand where you're coming from, especially in the world of being triggered and not only is it about like how much you eat, it's also about like showing and I'm putting this on your family because I'm assuming if your husband loves to cook, maybe his whole family does, or maybe I'm just assuming that. But it's hard to bring the negative energy when you're like, oh, but you guys don't have those feelings about food. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like it turns back in on yourself over and over again because it's like, then you struggle with, oh, but they don't struggle with what I struggle with. And then there's also, it's like, there's so much shame and self-hatred that comes from feeling all of those triggered feelings. And I so completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And for me, as someone that also used to struggle, I used to struggle every time I would go home to visit my mom because it was so much of like about how much you eat and how much. And that was something that we started talking through, that I was like, you can't put that emphasis on me anymore because I can't handle it. I can't go through this every single time I come home. I don't want to feel this way. And we were able to work through. Now, obviously, we didn't abolish the fact that like my family was raised with food is love. And so that is a difficult thing to bend to
extricate
your will
yourself from that. Yeah.
But it's part of the reason why I started loving Thanksgiving so much is because I wanted to take it back for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wanted to have more control over the situation. Now, I don't know if that would help the person that is writing in, but I do wonder because the way that you talk about this holiday, it seems like it is so much about your husband and your husband's family. And to a point that I would wonder where you say that you don't want to say, you don't want to put any of the negative feelings on him. So I would understand to some people, I would say, don't go. If you don't want to be a part of this, and this is something that like you'd rather be separated from, then you're under no obligation. That I'm sure that if you talk to your husband, I'm sure that you could figure out a compromise where you don't go. But it doesn't seem like that is what necessarily you're looking for. Mm-hmm. And I do wonder, from someone that used to be terrified of Thanksgiving, that has transitioned into a person that now loves Thanksgiving, I posit to you, is there anything about Thanksgiving that you could help have control over that maybe it might lend you to having more of a safe space in the world of Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Like where you say you don't even like the foods that they're making. Well, maybe is there something that you
Are you like
make
a crafter?
really well,
like
or
maybe you make like a special wreath or centerpiece for the table or something like that.
something
You
that
know, like
brings you into Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
or maybe it's something that like you really like this salad, a salad that you would love to make
Yeah.
for other people, and you bring that because here's the thing: I think a lot of people have a lot of feelings about Thanksgiving food that they are uncomfortable to say to other people because everybody likes the
it's
tradition.
a cultural thing.
Right.
I will say, like, I don't really love the food at Thanksgiving, especially I haven't eaten meat in 17 years, 18 years this Thanksgiving. Like, so I don't really care for the turkey. I always hated the idea that turkey has tryptophan that like makes you tired. Like, I hate the idea of like, shove yourself and then sit on the couch and watch football. Like, that was not my traditions because that's not what I enjoy doing. So I think you need to like find some traditions that are for you. Like, I used to always love watching cheerleading competitions on Thanksgiving or like watching the Macy's Day Parade. What if you just treat it like it's any other dinner? You go in and make a plate, eat your plate, and then go, I'm going to take a walk. And just go take a walk around the lake. And that's your solo walk that you do. And
every
you
year.
pop in an episode of Who's the Bitch. You listen to a podcast. I mean, like,
Take some time for you.
yeah,
exactly.
just go do something for yourself where it's like you don't feel like you have to sit around for seconds and maybe you want to skip pie and you just go listen to your husband. I'm going to be there for the thing that helps also at like, sometimes it's like maybe you guys suggest doing a buffet instead of a
sit down
where it feels like it's so much more everybody focusing on what everyone's eating.
Honestly,
it's kind of more because at Jared's parents' house, when we've gone for Thanksgiving, it's always buffet because they just don't have a big enough table for all the people that are
nobody's
there.
looking at what you're eating.
Yeah,
Nobody's judging what you're doing.
Yeah, they would always make like really delicious like foods and stuff like that. And I remember like if I was ever dieting or anything to do with like food stuff, you know, I was just kind of like, oh my God, this meal is so heavy. But at their house, I'd be like, oh, but I can just like take what I want. And then kind of, it's not everybody focusing like, Carrie, you sure you don't want more mashed potato? It wasn't like that because of the buffet style. So I wonder if maybe that's an idea.
That is-
I mean, I'm just like spitballing, but I feel like we got to find something that you look forward to about this holiday.
Yes,
like,
something
I know
for you.
Yeah, like it's upsetting that your grandmother passed.
And I'm so sorry.
I know, but it's like the 5-year mark this year. But like, you know, I think finding something, maybe there's like, okay, so I know it's like your lake house. Do you have like a friend nearby? Remember, maybe your thing is that like right after you have the meal, you just get away from the family for a little bit and you say, I'm not doing the hosting. I'm not doing the hobnobbing with the in-laws. I'm just going to go to this local area in this lake town and have a glass of wine with a friend or whatever.
Or maybe you take
like,
some of his relatives, or maybe like, you know,
if there's someone in his family that you're close with, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I feel like, you know, it doesn't seem like you're complaining about the family in and of itself, that maybe while they're doing all the prep, especially like day of, maybe you and some cousins go to a movie. Get out of the house.
I always go to a movie on Thanksgiving. That's my tradition with my siblings. So it's like, and my mom would probably rather we hang out at home. And I'm like, no, I don't really want to just stay at home and like graze on pie for 5 hours. I'm going to the movies.
And especially, exactly. Or you eat the dinner and then, like you were saying, going on a walk through dessert. Like if you would rather excuse yourself through something that like is more, that might be even more triggering for you, depending on what it is that is. But talk to your husband about all of this.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should communicate with him a little bit better about what it really is. But
because you don't want to take his shine away for the holiday, of course, and I completely understand that. But I'm sure that there's a part of him that probably picks up the fact that you're not the hugest fan. And I also, as someone that loves to cook and loves to host and loves to make dinner for people, I remember how much my heart was broken when I first started dating Jeff, that he was like, I never think about food. I don't care about food. Food is not, I'm like
so different.
I'm just a dog that like, if there's food, I'll eat it. And if there's
when you
not,
put
I don't
it in
think
my
about
bowl,
it.
I'm going to eat it.
Exactly. And I had to really understand that he was never going to love Thanksgiving the way I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He's not going to love certain things the way I love it. But that's okay. We've come to an accord. And I know that you and your husband can make this work.
And I also think it's like within your let's say you try this year. That's why we're answering this call for an episode that comes out on the 15th of October, because I want to give you like a month to kind of figure out what your strategy is for this weekend. Because I want you to have a good long weekend. I want you to figure out a couple of things you can do, even if it's the day after Thanksgiving. Like, I know it's Black Friday or whatever, but like, just go figure out something you can do that you can look forward to for that weekend, so that even if the day of is a little bit tough, that weekend can still be fun for you. Like, let's get some activities together that you like to do, some things you like to do. But let's say you're like, I did all that and I still just have this dread hanging over me and I don't like it. I think it's okay to ask your husband, hey, this year, can we take the year off? Can we just not host it this year? If you want to go to your family's house, go ahead. Like, there are some traditions, but they don't have to be every single year. You can be like, well, we can be back at it next year. It's okay, I think, for you to say he's going to cook at someone else's house.
Right.
And then maybe it's just like the layering of the food on top of the hosting duties on top of this and that. And, you know, I think but like, try for this Thanksgiving if it's already set up, just because I know it's in like a month. I'm imagining it's already set up to go to your house at the lake. Then I think you're within your rights, though, to just go, babe, like, for me, this is really tough. Can we please just take a year off?
Or take every other year.
Yeah.
Or maybe you host every other
and he
year.
can cook at his mom's house or something.
The thing. I love Thanksgiving. I hosted Thanksgiving, I think, once. I never host it, though. I usually bring myself and I just go wherever we're going to be cooking all day. And I get there with all my prepped stuff day of and then cook all day. So,
I do something totally different on Thanksgiving every single year, which I kind of like, because it's not my favorite holiday, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But I do something totally different every year. Like, last year we ate at a steakhouse. It was a disaster. Or not a steakhouse, a hotel. It was terrible.
Oh, God.
The year before, like, I like doing it at my own house. I'll do it at my own house if a friend will come over and help do the meal with us.
Yeah.
The year before, a Friendsgiving. You know what I mean?
Did you just invite me over to make a turkey that you're not going to eat? Because I will do it.
I mean,
I will make a turkey at your home.
Maybe we're doing Thanksgiving together this year. I mean, maybe I'm taking my bottle of lotion and I'm coming over for Thanksgiving.
Come on over, lube up over here.
Lube on up.
Plenty of place to lube up at the Zabrowski household.
I think it's like, yes, it's your husband's thing and you're a sweet, loving partner for wanting him to continue to. I don't think you're asking him to not celebrate it. Also, if you ask him to maybe do it somewhere else, or just say, I'm going to sit Thanksgiving out this year. I'm just going to take a little break. And if the family asks where you are, she's visiting a cousin in Iowa she hasn't seen in a while. I don't know. I don't care. Make up a lie, or she's just not feeling Thanksgiving this year. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Like, the thing about Thanksgiving is it happens every year. Like, it's not the last time you're going to see your family and hang out with them.
Maybe if you end up not going with your husband and you end up not spending Thanksgiving with him, maybe you guys do something special the following weekend. That's just you got, a way in which to connect. And maybe that becomes your new tradition, that the week after Thanksgiving, after you take a break, you guys have a day where you guys get to go do something that you both love to do together, or something like that. Something that gives you something to look forward to that has nothing to do with food.
But let us know what happens. Let us know how you feel. I want to hear what you end up employing.
I love you and I'm sending you love.
Yeah, and I want to hear what you end up doing, and if it works at all. And if it works even a little bit, then it's like, let's just keep working towards that in future Thanksgivings. Because it sucks, especially if it's this holiday that like a lot of people around you are jazzed on and you're just like, eh. Okay, let's play another voicemail.
Thank you for calling. Who's the bitch? Tell us in the voicemail who's the bitch. Beep.
Hi, Jackie and Kara. So excited to be calling in. I have a situation that's kind of low stakes, but it's more on like the friendship, relationship level. So my question is, who's the bitch, me or my friends? So I have these two dear friends. They're brothers. They're both in their 40s, as am I, and they live together. And we have been friends for like 10 years or more. And I dated one of them, and then we remained friends. And they're
Is it the Property Brothers?
I've been like partying with them and hanging out with them in my city for so long. So the problem is that they never make plans with me. And sometimes even when we make plans, they like don't show up. So in this latest instance, I had made plans with them. I had
confirmed with them earlier in the week, and the time comes, I text them. We made plans to get coffee. I text them at 9, and I don't hear from them for an hour and a half. And so I was kind of just like a little bit over it, and I texted them and said, okay, I'm sorry, I have to go do other things, like get in touch with me and we'll meet up another time. And then I get text back from them saying, oh, I slept in. Oh, sorry, I had trouble sleeping, yada, yada, yada. But I kind of don't believe them. I think maybe that they got the text from me at 9 a.m. and they were just like being lazy and like being men. And just being like, oh, I'm just not ready to go yet. I'll get back in touch with her later. And if it was younger me, when I was like basically in love with both of them or like crushing on both of them, I would have like let it go and just been like, oh, no problem. Like we can meet up later. But I didn't. I was just like, no, I can't see you. And like, you have to make plans with me next time you want to see me. So I don't know. Who's the bitch? Me or them? Also, it's like you're 40 years old, like get your shit together. You can't go like see your friend. Or maybe just like gender roles are the bitch. Okay. Any advice you can give would be great. Thanks.
Okay,
I really
baby.
couldn't stop thinking about them as the Property Brothers throughout the entire explanation.
The Property Brothers can go fuck themselves.
I just need everybody to know that I am only thinking that this is the Property Brothers, and
listen,
and that you are Zooey Deschanel.
A girlfriend, Zoe. We're gonna call you Zoe. Zoe Deschanel. You deserve better than this. You're in your 40s. Like, I'm sorry. At this point in time, flaky friends, to me, it's not, I don't have time for it.
I ain't got
We don't
time
have time. We
it.
are older and we are wiser and we are spending our money more wisely. It's not like, I'm at this bar tonight trying to hook up.
Yeah, let's
Meet
try
me
and
there
see
if
if
you
we
want.
can.
Let's see if we cross paths. Whatever. Like, you
It's 2025.
don't deserve to be treated like that. I don't care by a girlfriend or a guy friend.
Nobody.
I would have been blowing up their phones being like, what the fuck?
Hello.
This is a you guys are not respecting my time.
Nope.
I took the time to meet you here. I confirmed with you and I'm here and I don't care about your sleep. You should have had an alarm set to meet me. And if you woke up going, oh my God, I only got 1 hour of sleep, I'm dying. Then you text me with ample time and go, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to make it. Like, to just no show is so fucking disrespectful from any member of either sex. I'm sorry.
I usually give 3 times where you last minute cancel. It's like, especially and now that is in like trying to build a friendship. In building a friendship, I feel like I'll give you 3 times that you either, cancel last minute, I guess don't show up, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of patience for just not showing up, unless, of course,
it's an emergency
there was an emergency or something,
not
happened.
showing up because you overslept or whatever. Like, it's like, I know, whatever. People have anxiety. There's all kinds of reasons. But by not notifying someone, you are not respecting their time. And not respecting their time is not respecting them.
You're right.
And I will say, they are the bitch here for sure.
Yes.
And you may be the bitch if you have let this slide many times before.
Especially with the crushes.
You show people how you want them to treat you.
Right.
You show people how you want them to treat you. And if you've let this slide many times before and yet you keep reaching out, then in their minds, it's Zoe doesn't care. Zoe's not going to care. She's like, she's so chill. She's not going to care.
It'll be fine. And because that's the problem. That's why I was saying that, like, I'll allow 3 times for someone I'm just starting to get to know.
Yeah.
But if I've known you for a really
10
long
years
time,
they've been friends.
Then there's no way that I will. And if there's one thing I think that everybody knows about specifically both Kara and I, is that we don't have the time or the patience for you to disrespect our time and our patience.
And I'll take it a step further, if you're constantly the one making the plans, I get it. I'm the plan maker. Like I'm the cruise director for a lot of my friends. But there's some friends in my life where I've been like, you know what? I've tried now 3 times. You've either bailed or canceled. Ball's in your court.
Yep.
If you want to reach out to me, then you're interested in keeping this friendship going.
Yep.
And the thing you have to be ready for is that they don't reach out and that your
don't.
friendship will fizzle.
It will atrophy.
But then but then were those people that you really like wanted to spend time with? It sounds like these are kind of like your party friends. They're lazy. They're dudes. Like you can bet your ass they're not doing this with girls that they're trying to fuck.
You know what's also really crazy too? It's so insane how far when you have friends that you are also attracted to, it's really crazy how much you'll put up with.
Yeah.
It
sounds like maybe that's in the past.
In the past for sure. But still, I'm just saying all the years of lead up to what you've put up with, which I get, and I am not shaming you. I think we have all been there before of like, oh, but you know, they're just doing blah, blah. Especially when it's brothers. Oh my God, that you're in love with both of them at different times and different ways.
Yeah, I would just say like put them into a box that's like, if they reach out to me,
great.
Sure. Let's make a plan. If they don't, then throw them on the annual, I'm having a birthday party or whatever you want.
You let
just
them know.
General big group shit. And let's see how it plays out. Because you can't keep letting them do shit like this. And they're not, ugh. I mean, if they have partners too, I'd be like if this was my husband, I would be like, what are you doing? Why are you not ever reaching out to so-and-so?
Oh, such a huge ick.
Yeah.
If I were to find out that my husband was doing, like, I'd be like, what is your problem? Respond to someone. You let them know if there was huge ick. Oh, God. If you had a crush before, hopefully it's
I
all,
would just be like, hey, I haven't seen you hanging out with, like, Stacy in a while. And my husband will be like, you're right. I got to hit her up or whatever. But he makes plans. Like, he actually does make plans with female friends and stuff like that. And I just think it's like we can't give them a pass because they're guys, like,
no,
and they're just lazy and they just don't make plans because they're making plans with like people that they want to spend time with.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sure you're a great person to spend time with. It's just these guys are not respecting you. And if they ask you, what's up? Why haven't we seen you? You should say, oh, well, I'm a 40-year-old woman and you guys were constantly no-showing or not reaching out. So I kind of got sick of it. But if you guys want to go get dinner, let me know.
I'd love to. Yeah, no hard feelings.
You find a place, make a reservation and I'll be there. And let me know what we'll talk avails, you know? Like,
put that ball in their court.
Yeah,
I love that.
I leave the ball in people's court. And then sometimes the friendship, sails. And that just happens, you know? You can be friends with people for 10 years and it just,
Or maybe it just changes. And like you said, you see him a couple of times a year at big parties. And you know what? We have friends for many different reasons. And sometimes our friendship and the connection and the relationship you have, it shifts over time. Yeah. And it's a difficult thing to go through. It's a difficult thing to watch happen, especially when you feel like I'm not choosing to do this. But I am proud of you for recognizing it now and seeing like, oh, okay, no, I don't want to be treated this way. And hell yeah for sticking up for yourself.
Yeah.
Because nobody has the right to treat you like that.
Go make plans with your friends that call you back and reach out to you and show up.
Exactly.
Like, this is shit for like your 20s.
Yeah.
Like, when you've got friends that are like, oh, like, sorry, I did too much coke and I couldn't meet up at your thing or like whatever. That was like in your 20s. And honestly, I'll tell you, I have distance myself from people that I didn't think were showing up for me. And then later they've been like, I fucked up and they start showing up.
Right.
And it strengthens your friendship.
Right.
But you can't let them keep getting away with this.
I mean, think about the update at the top of the show. Think about like the fact that she thought that this person had cut them out of her life and then talked to them and found out, oh, you just got your number changed. Communication,
maybe this,
everybody.
I mean, it sounds like also like,
Property Brothers, get your shit together.
I don't get the part of the email where you say, I'm sorry, the voicemail where you say, this time I didn't let it go. Like, hopefully you actually read them the riot a little bit, but
bitch.
And you did say, make plans with me next time if you want to see me. So let us know if they actually fucking follow up. But yeah, you deserve better.
Yeah, you do.
All of us. We all deserve friends that are going to show up for us, unless you're a flake. If you're a flake and you're friends with flaky people and that's just how you float through life, great.
Flake away.
But if you show up for people and you make plans and you reach out, you deserve to get back from people
What
the
you
amount of
give.
effort that you give.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to read one more email.
Okay.
For the sake of the show and my anonymity, please feel free to call me by the name of any character from Akatar or Crescent City of Jackie's choice. So tell me, Jackie.
Positive or negative?
I mean, it's the person that's writing in.
Lysandra.
25 Okay, 25 female. Okay. Hello, bitches. Longtime LPN listener and absolute lover of this show and you both. I, Lysandra, 25 female, have a bit of a snooze of a write-in, but I'm getting near the end of my rope here and would really appreciate some insight before going full court press with a heist or a pyramid scheme or something.
Whoa. Okay, I'm locked in.
So my mental health has been on major decline for the past 3 years, and one big aspect of my life that has taken a hit is my finances. I'm constantly battling my impulse control and have racked up close to $20,000 in credit card debt as a result of expensive hobbies, dumb clothing purchases, and an unhealthy relationship with food. I consolidated part of it, at the time all of it, into a loan with a smaller interest rate than the ones on my cards earlier this year, but quickly fell back into abusing my credit cards. I have a thrift savings plan through my job that would technically cover this debt, but I've always been told never to touch that, and I worry that I will just spend on the cards once again. I have passed up on valuable experiences with friends and family because of this debt, and I fear I am no closer to paying it off as I was hoping to in the next year. Some friends and family are aware I'm trying to pay off this debt, but they don't know the extent of it. I know I'm being the bitch to myself and my future, but how do I even begin to learn to be the bitch to my impulses and stop myself from spending so much on stupid shit? It feels like I just become a money spending robot sometimes and only come to when the damage has been done. Love you both. Sincerely, a 25-year-old who has literally no idea what she's doing. Okay.
I just want to also just
Lysandra.
I just want to say up top, nobody at 25 knows what they're doing. I hate to break it to you. I'm 38. I have no idea what I'm doing. I had to go to a bank to start a business account and I spiraled for 2 hours because I had to go to a bank to do an adult thing.
Yeah.
So I just need you to feel seen that like that feeling doesn't go away.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, this feels like any other kind of like addiction. I mean,
Yes,
it's like
it is
you're
an
trying to
addiction.
get like dopamine hits, I think, with like little, and I'm not a professional. So listen, I definitely think it sounds like you've said you have mental health stuff. I am hoping that you're in, like counseling of some sort, therapy, and like there probably is somebody that specializes at this. And I don't just mean credit counseling.
No.
Therapists.
Therapists.
Like therapists
Yes.
that deal with this.
Yes.
Because I really think that would be a great, because it's like, this could be drugs, this could be eating, this could be, I mean, you're saying it also has maybe a food component. This could be gambling. This is literally just, you're just doing it with your credit card. So we've got to figure out, like, we've got to put a finger on the addiction, and we've got to don't touch that thrift savings plan. There's other ways. There's other ways.
Don't.
But first of all, people can always be in more debt. Like, I remember when I was quitting smoking, the guy who wrote the Quit Smoking book was hand rolling 100 cigarettes a day.
Alan Carr?
Alan
The
Carr.
Easy Way to Quit
The Easy
Smoking?
Way to Quit
You
Smoking
too?
by
I
Alan
didn't know
Carr.
you were one of those.
I'm an Alan Carr
I'm an Alan
devotee.
Carr. Oh, yeah.
And like, it just made me feel better to go, oh, well, I'm only smoking maybe a pack a day, like 20 a day. And this guy's smoking 100 a day. So it's like, there's people in worse debt than you. 20,000 is not like, holy shit, I've got to go into witness. I've got to like declare bankruptcy and go into, you just need to make some serious lifestyle changes, but it's going to be mental, and it's going, like, you're saying you're basically doing this shit like in a trance. Like, you don't even know you're doing it, and it's affecting your life and your family and friends. So it's like, if this is your rock bottom where you're like, fuck, I missed out on like a great trip with my family, or I missed out on doing this stuff because I can't do any of this. It's affecting how you're living, which is only going to feed into your cycle of depression and mental health stuff more. So let's get like the help that you need for this. And I think
Yes.
it's very specific help when it comes to credit card abuse.
Yes, especially figuring out where the impulses are coming from. Because like you even said, dopamine hits for me as someone that had a very big problem with impulse, not only decisions, but spending. But that was something that I realized through many years of therapy that it was part of my bipolar disorder. And a lot of my impulsivity and my addiction problems and a lot of what I was dealing with was because I was unmedicated. I am not saying, I need you to know, I'm not saying that you have bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
I'm saying go check out where this is coming from. This is beyond just it. You are so right, Kara. It is an addiction that we need to target what you are trying to fill with this addiction and what you're trying to make up for and like where the
And how you
reasons
can
are coming.
how you can find what you're looking for elsewhere.
And I need you to know, as someone that I completely get where you're coming from with this. And I feel like, Kara, I don't know if this episode was specifically tailored for things that I had gone through in the past, but
it's a Jackie up.
I'm saying 13 years later, and I am out of debt. And I have dealt with the problems that I was going through, and I was very much in debt. It was a big, what I thought a debilitating hole I was never going to get out of. And slowly but surely you will.
Yeah.
And keep that backup savings. You need backup savings in case, God forbid, emergencies. Because here's the thing. As someone that I don't live my life with lots of credit cards, or unless it's one that you pay and then you immediately pay off, because I've had to work on therapy, even accessing credit cards. Like I had to talk through even being able to sign up for a credit card again because I was so scared of going back into that debt. There is a light at the end of your tunnel.
Yeah. And like, but also like, let's get to the root of it. Because let's say you get on a payment plan and you pay this off in the next year or two. And then are you the kind of person that's going to be like, well, now my debt's clear, time to rack it back up? You know, because we're not getting to the root of like what it's doing for you, what you're looking for, all this. And again, like we're not professionals. And so like we're not the people to be giving you like that specific advice. But like, honestly, even just Googling it, like there's Reddit threads on like shopping addiction and stuff like that. Like see, maybe there's some resources of like what other people are using to do this, because I do think like, once you get it under control, get a very low limit credit card. You know what I mean? So that you can keep your credit up, but you have to pay it off every month because you've hit your limit. You know, or
the opposite. They give you ones, if you're going back and you go into the bank and they'll give you ones where it's like, I put $100 on it and that's but it's still a credit card, but you're using the money that you put onto it. And so talk to a bank, but that's again,
but the other thing is like, it's the same thing with any addiction. Like I go back to smoking with myself because it's like, basically they're like, in the book, he talks about how you could tell a person that you're in love with, if you don't stop smoking, I'm going to leave you. And if they're truly addicted, they'll just go bye. I mean, they won't say it like that, but they will try a way to hide their addiction. Like if it's an addiction, it's like you kind of figure out any way to make it happen. So it's like, let's get to the root of it and figure out what's up. You're really not in everybody's in debt. You're not in a crazy position right now. So let's get to it now. And one of my reasons that I'm so scared of debt is because I never like to turn down an opportunity for fun. I never want to miss a trip. I have too much FOMO. I never want to miss a trip. I never want to miss a dinner. And so I'm like, I just like won't buy clothes. Like I just don't buy myself clothes very much. You know, like there's certain things, but like, again, I don't think for me, spending is an addiction. And I think that like, it feels like this is all tied into what and I'm sorry if like I'm using the word addiction, like out of turn and you're like, never saw yourself that way. And maybe that isn't the case, but it feels like, you know, you are getting something from it. You're doing it almost in a trance. You're not like, oh, I'm in 20K of debt because I'm starting my own business. You're like, I'm literally going through a fugue state and waking up with a bunch of Amazon receipts in my email account. You know, like, so we gotta like figure out what's going on and why that's giving you like a feeling of what's it giving you a feeling of? Safety, accomplishment, what?
And
where can we get that somewhere else? And I
working
think,
on a budget and working on like giving yourself like, and then you know exactly how much you can spend every month and working all of that out. There's
and this
many
audience
avenues.
is like so supportive and smart. And so if anybody has resources, let us know.
Please.
We'll read them on the next episode because we've had definitely had some of you like give us resources for people that have called in with like major problems and stuff like that and stuff that we can't speak to exactly. Like I can't speak to your exact plan to give you for this.
Right.
But just
but I can speak to exactly how, man, I was weirdly spot on with calling you Lysandra, because while Lysandra is definitely one of my favorite characters of Throne of Glass, she was owned essentially as a sex worker because she had this huge debt that had to be paid off.
You didn't even know that.
I did not read the email, and that was part of it. But also, she was like owned, but she was also a shapeshifter that could turn into like a sea monster. So
listen,
there's parts of
why
you
don't you
that
just
were
shapeshift and go into a bank? No,
if you could become a sea monster, honestly, that's the way. I wish I could stop being a human and just become a sea monster. I'd rather deal with those problems, but we can't. But I know that you can work through this again. And I'm not saying like because you're so young, it's just that, babe, a lot of us have been exactly where you're at. I'm proud of you that you're 25 and you're looking at this being like, this needs to stop.
Yeah.
Noticing that there is a problem and noticing it before it seems your life has not been ripped to fucking shit.
Yeah.
Take this as a gift.
Yeah.
Go work on it. This all can be undone. You have not done anything that cannot be undone. All of it can be worked on. So go work on it.
Because it sounds like you've already taken some of the steps to like actually fix the money part of it.
Right.
It's just like what's causing it.
Causing
we gotta
it?
get
Break the cycle, babe.
Because you are being a bitch to yourself and your future.
That's what it is. You're being a bitch to yourself because it
we don't
want to
see that. We don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. And you're 25 and it's totally fine. This will be a huge, great growing experience for you. I was in debt at 25.
Yep.
Everybody's in fucking debt at 25.
Oh, yeah. So, and in a lot more debt than that.
Yeah. It's like literally the first time in your life, probably, you're just probably, I don't know if you went to college, but like you're on your own
figuring shit
dealing with finances on your own. So it's great that you're like reaching out and asking for help. But let's like make sure that like the mental health piece of it is also like covered. Okay. That's our show for today, guys. Thank you so much, everybody who wrote in, called in, sent a message.
I mean, if you're sending massages and you're not sharing them, Kara, is this because of the lotion thing up top?
A direct massage, a direct message. But go to who'sthebitch.com. That's where you can find all the ways to submit if you've been waiting on submitting. Consider this your sign. It's time.
Please let us know.
It's time to submit. And we'll have
time to submit.
We'll probably have a holiday bitchathon coming up in December.
Give us your bitchy situations. You know the holidays are coming up and we know you've got them.
Yeah.
So get them at us. I love getting into them. I'm assuming we're going to have a holiday bitchathon of sorts or something.
Yeah, we definitely are. We definitely
gotta
are.
Bitch about,
yeah.
If we got to make it through the holidays in this year,
in this economy,
we need a place to bitch about it. So come on over, bitchlings. Yes, who'sthebitch.com. Get us your emails, your voicemails. Let us know. You can follow us on Insta and hit us up in the DMs. We love to hear
Who's the
from
Bitch
you.
LPN on Insta, and tell a friend that you've got this podcast where these two bitches just bitch.
Please.
We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.